Hey guys, it's me again and I'm back with another video. So yeah, I'm basically making up for literally not uploading for a week. So yeah, expect some more videos from me and as well as me uploading on my social media as well, like Facebook, Twitter and Instagram for a while, and then I'll take a break after the first week of December. That's when I'll take a break from it. And then I'll come back to don't worry, it won't be forever. Unless it is, but I will try and upload them. So yeah, anyway. COVID. What are the new tiers and lockdown rules in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland? Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland have their own rules to reduce the spread of coronavirus. The government has out its tier. Each England will go from Wednesday. Across the UK, some restrictions will be relaxed over Christmas to allow 3 households to form a Christmas bubble. What will England's new lockdown rules be? In England's current lockdown will end just after midnight on Wednesday the 2nd of December, so next week, at the time of filming this video. After that, regions will be placed in one of 3 tiers, medium, high and very high. The vast majority of England will be placed into high and very high, tiers 2 and 3. In tier 2 you can't socialise indoors with anyone you do not live with or who is not in your support bubble, and then you can meet in a group of up to 6 outside, including in a garden or public place. Shops, gyms and personal care services such as hairdressing can reopen if COVID secure. Pubs and bars can only open if they serve substantial meals. Alcohol can be served with that meal. Pubs and restaurants can start at 11 p.m. with last orders at 10 p.m. Sports can resume, collective worship, weddings and outdoor sports can resume. Non-essential foreign travel allowed. People advised not to travel to and from tier 3 areas. You can't mix with anybody you do not live with. Or it's not my forehead's itchy. So you can't mix with anybody you do not live with or who is not in your support bubble indoors or in private gardens and pub gardens. And you can meet in a group of up to 6 in other outdoor spaces such as parks, beaches or countrysides. Hospitality venues such as bars, pubs, cafes and restaurants must close except for delivery and takeaway services. Spectator sports cannot resume. Indoor entertainment venues such as bowling alleys and cinemas must close. People advised to not travel to and from tier 3 areas. The rule of 6 will apply indoors and outdoors. Spectator sports can resume. Virus restrictions will mean 55 million people will be banned from mixing with other households indoors. The decision was based on COVID. The tiers are in will be reviewed every 14 days starting the 16th of December. And you should stay at home except for essential reasons such as work or health care, and not socialise with friends indoors or in private gardens. You can meet one person from outside your household in an outdoor public space. Schools, nurseries, colleges and universities remain open. Childminders and nannies can provide childcare, including people's homes. Workplaces can stay open if people cannot work from home. You can take unlimited exercise outdoors with your household support bubble with one other person. Outdoor playgrounds remain open. Leisure over facilities closed. Elite sports can continue. Pubs and restaurants must close. Takeaways and deliveries can continue. Non-essential shops must close. Click and collect deliveries can continue, along with personal care services, including hairdressers. Supermarkets, food shops, off licenses, petrol stations, pharmacies can remain open, along with a few other shops such as garden centres and bike shops. Medical services can continue, including dentist and optician appointments. Weddings and civil partnerships ceremonies are not allowed apart from in exceptional circumstances. Only 30 people can attend a funeral, 15 people in ceremonial events. Prayers of worship will otherwise be open to allow individual prayer or services. Northern Ireland will go into a 2-week circuit break lockdown from midnight on Friday the 27th of November. So from tomorrow at the time of this video being recorded. However, some other restrictions will be until then. Closed contact services can reopen by appointment. Unlicensed hospitality premises such as cafes and coffee shops must close by 8. Pubs, bars and restaurants except for takeaways and deliveries which must stop by 11. You can form a support bubble of any size with one other household. You can't stay overnight in someone else's home unless you bubble with them. No indoor contact sport is allowed. Gyms are open for individual exercise only. No events of more than 15 people are allowed, apart from certain sporting events. Wedding receptions and funerals are limited to 25 people. Households cannot mix indoors. Private homes, except for exemptions, bubbles and childcare. Non-essential shops must close. Cafes and coffee shops must close again for 2 weeks, except for takeaway. All sports and leisure facilities must close. All places of worship must close, except for weddings and funerals, or to broadcast an act of worship, limited to 25 people. Schools remain open. Scotland has been placed in one of 5 tiers, 3 to level 4. Lifted on Friday the 11th of December. People can meet, 2 households can meet inside of 6 people. No gatherings inside people's homes, but up to 6 people from 2 households can meet outdoors or at a pub or restaurant. Most hospitality venues can open. Alcohol can be served indoors till 8 and outdoors until 10:30. No indoor gatherings at home. Pubs and restaurants can open until 6, but alcohol cannot be served. Leisure and entertainment venues are closed. Non-essential travel in and out of the area advised. Non-essential shops, pubs, restaurants and gyms closed. Schools stay open in all levels. People living in level 3 or level 4 must not travel outside their own council area except for certain essential purposes. Those living elsewhere in Scotland must not travel to level 3 or 4 areas except apart from limited exceptional circumstances. No non-essential travel between Scotland and the rest of the UK. Lockdown restrictions in Wales were eased on the 9th of November, so a month ago. No, almost 2 months ago. At that time I found 2 households can form a bubble. We'll be able to meet in their own homes. 15 people can meet. Organise activities, rising to 30 outdoors. All businesses required to close during the lockdown can reopen. Travel throughout Wales is permitted, but people can only go to England for essential purposes like work, such as work. People who you don't live with still cannot come into your house safely unless you are an extended household bubble. Then today's people can enter your home to carry out work. And at Christmas, coronavirus restrictions will be eased to allow people to mix with a slightly wider circle of friends and family. Across the UK, people will be able to form bubbles of 3 households over a 5-day period. Who can be in your bubble will depend on where you are. Between the 23rd and 27th December, the 3 households in the Christmas bubble can mix indoors and stay overnight. Northern Ireland has a window of 22nd to 28th December to allow time to travel between the nations. Bubbles will be allowed to meet each other in each other's homes, at places of worship, in an outdoor public space. Oh god, the bubbles will be fixed so you will not be able to mix with 2 households on Christmas Day and 2 different ones on Boxing Day. Households in your Christmas bubble can't bubble with anyone else. There will be no limit to the number of people who can join a bubble. In England, Wales and Northern Ireland, although the English guidance says it should be as small as possible, and has said bubbles should contain no more than 8 people. Children under 12 will not count in that total. Depends on weight. In England, from support bubble with another household. That counts as 1 household, so you can join 2 other households in the Christmas bubble. It's no more than 1 household. People who are self-isolating to not join a Christmas bubble. It's positive to that coronavirus, everyone is self-isolating. You will still be able to see other people who are not in your bubble outside your home. Travel restrictions will be lifted to allow people to visit families anywhere in the UK. Plan your travel in advance. You will not be allowed to go to a Christmas bubble to hospitality settings such as pubs and restaurants or to entertainment venues. You can meet people outside your Christmas bubble, but outside home in line with the tier rules of the area staying. Places you can meet include parks, benches, open countryside, public gardens, allotments and playgrounds. Relaxation of restrictions will not be extended to cover New Year's Eve. The planned fireworks display in Edinburgh and London have been cancelled. God choose because it's Christmas. This considers this any other time, Boris Johnson said. Kids under 18 who parents live apart are allowed to be part of two separate bubbles. Counted as part of another household. University students may return to their parents in the early December travel window. But if parents are 3 or more grown-up children who are not in university, they cannot all form a Christmas bubble. 3 people stay in a home that can go back and form a Christmas bubble family. Since told not to take part in Christmas bubbles, parents working age, this coronavirus when they return, all to be zone. So like when they return. Two reasons, pub, movies, television, cans within front of the same household are allowed to move between homes. In December, people in England will be allowed to meet groups up to 6 people. Christmas, unless they use signs. Travel in UK nations. 23rd to 27th December, meeting your Christmas bubble. What happens? The coronavirus rules will be relaxed over the festive season across the UK, with people allowed to celebrate in 3 household Christmas bubbles with their families. Groups meet at home, outdoors, in a place of worship from the 23rd to 27th December. Schools will be able to travel between tiers across the whole of the UK without restrictions within a 5-day period for purposes of meeting their bubbles. Excuse me. 2nd to the 23rd of December, tougher regional tier system will come back into effect in England, which is currently under national lockdown. Between the 23rd and 27th December, people across the UK will be able to meet with 2 other households to form one Christmas bubble, but only in private homes, place of worship or public outdoor space. Bubble will not be allowed to meet in pubs, restaurants, or bars. People can continue to meet others who are not in their Christmas bubbles. And across the UK will be lifted during the period. From Northern Ireland may travel on the 22nd, 28th. New meet with the Christmas bubble between 23rd and 27th. Not be changed. Under 18 whose parents do not live together. Part of both Christmas bubbles. All time for Christmas and not treated as part of time period. People can continue to use the childcare bubble, but only in necessary form of Christmas bubble. Non-essential retail will be allowed to open. Gyms will be allowed to open. The 10 PM curfews will be scrapped. All of 6 will be meeting outdoors. Start 10. Pubs start 10. No household mixing indoors. No mixing indoors. People can meet indoors for a maximum of 8 people. Indoor house meetings reduced to 6. Limitations on hospitality. Most eateries are closed. Closer to a total lockdown with non-essential shops up. 6 people can meet outdoors. People are only able to meet people who are part of their bubble. People can meet with groups up to 4. Up to 15 people can take part in organised indoors activities. People from different households from Northern Ireland are still not allowed to mix indoors. 27th of November. So tomorrow, restaurants, cafes, pubs, bars can only offer takeaway. Drive-through delivery must close by 11 PM. All non-essential retail will close on the 20th of November. So a few days ago, at the time of recording this video, hairdressers, barbers were allowed to reopen for distancing, but now they have to close again from the 27th of November. Apart from new restrictions, non-essential travel to be undertaken. Face coverings are mandatory on public transport. England will again be placed into a three-tier system when lockdown ends on the 2nd of December. The new rules, followed by how they will be determined. Tiers will have uniforms that rules everyone should work from home if they can. School shops and personal care services can open. Early year settings, schools, colleges and universities can remain open. Registered childcare provides activities for children, but they're allowed. Indoor leisure, gym, swimming can open. Elite sport and rating sport and disabled sport can continue. The police will get new powers to close down premises breaking the rules. Households can mix inside and outside, but the rule of six applies. Bars, pubs, restaurants must be table service only. Last orders at 10, closing by 11 p.m. Entertainment can reopen. Avoid travel to your free areas. This is a lot of reading. Overnight stays permitted with your household bubble up to 6 people from different households. Avoid travelling to tier 3 areas. All accommodation can reopen. Places of worship can reopen. More than 6 cannot interact. 15 guests at weddings. Funerals can have 30 guests. Exercise classes can take place indoors. No mixing of households indoors apart from support bubbles. Rule of 6 outdoors. Pubs and bars must close unless operating as restaurants. Serve alcohol. Substantial meals. Last orders at 10, closed by 11. Reduce number of journeys made and avoid travel into tier 3 areas. Overnight stays permitted with your household or support bubble. Accommodation open. Places of worship can open. People cannot interact with anyone outside their household or support bubble. 15 guests, weddings, civil partnerships, funerals, 30 guests. Exercise class can take place outdoors. Elite events, live performances can take place. Social distancing applies. No mixing of households. Indoors or most outdoors. Places, rule of 6 and outdoor spaces, courts. Hospitality venues closed, takeaway. Indoor entertainment venues closed. Avoid travelling outside the area other than when necessary. No overnight stays outside locals unless necessary for work, education or similar reasons. Accommodation closed. Places of worship open. Places of worship open. People cannot interact with anyone. Weddings, 15 guests. Funerals, 30 guests. Exercise classes can take place. Group exercise will not take place. This can take place. Live performances. Events banned. Get rapid results for COVID-19. Simulates and rates groups. New tiers in French countries have been revealed. Here is tier 2, 3. When lockdown ends on December 2nd. Rule of 6 is back, with gatherings of more than 6 people banned across the country. For those in tier 2 and 3, people can only be outdoors. Shops, hairdressers, gyms are allowed to open in all tiers. Work from home, they can until the start of April next year. People can meet outdoors. People can meet indoors and outdoors as long as they're maximum 6. People may also stay overnight. Pubs, bars, restaurants can open as long as they operate table service. Stop taking orders at 10, closing time at 11. Weddings are allowed to have 15 guests and 30 people are allowed at funerals. Wedding receptions are allowed. Cinemas and other forms of indoor entertainment are allowed to open. Places of worship are allowed to open. People start to interact with groups larger than 6. People should avoid travelling to tier 3 areas. Size classes can continue if people must follow the rule of 6. Organised sport can operate. Sports and live performances can operate if they allow social distancing. People from other households are not allowed to mix indoors and must only meet up to 6 people outdoors. Pubs and bars must close. Venues must stop taking orders by 10 and close at 11. 15 guests and 30 people allowed in funerals and weddings. Allowed. Cinemas and other forms of entertainment are allowed to open. Closed classes can only happen indoors. Organised sport can continue. Places of worship are allowed to open. Those in the household. People should try and reduce the number of journeys they take and avoid travelling to tier 3 areas. Sports and live performances can operate. So distancing, people cannot mix it indoors or in most outdoor situations. People outside the household in permitted areas like parks. They must only meet in groups of 6 people or less. Pubs, bars, restaurants must close and can only operate as takeaways. Gyms and other forms of indoor leisure are allowed to remain open. Against any overnight stays. Classes can happen outdoors. Organised sport can continue. Hotels will be told to close except for limited work reasons. Again, weddings, funerals, 15 and 30 people. Wedding receptions are banned. Indoor entertainment venues must close. Places of worship are allowed to open. People should make as few journeys as possible and avoid leaving the area. Large events like live performances should not take place. It is announced which coronavirus tier each part of England will be placed into when the lockdown ends on December 2nd. No mixing indoors, people can only meet outdoors in limited places. Pubs, restaurants must close. No mixing indoors apart from support bubbles. 6 people can meet outdoors, pubs, restaurants can open. Last orders at 10, close at 11. Who serves a substantial meal? 6 people can meet indoors or outdoors, pubs and restaurants can open. Last orders at 10, close at 11. Non-tiers, non-essential shops, gyms, hairdressers can open. People in all tiers to work from home when they can do so.
Mercedes was so focused on delivering the ultimate luxury car that they threw unprecedented amounts of cash of R&D budget at the 600, and it worked. They had the most incredible hydraulic system that I think I've ever seen in any car. It ran at like
6 people can meet indoors or outdoors. Pubs and restaurants can order. Last orders at 10, close at 11. No mixing indoors apart from support bubbles. Songs 10 p.m, close at 11. No mixing indoors. Close. Non-essential shops. Hairdressers can open. People in all tiers to work from home when they can do so. The households will be allowed to mix for 5 days and plan families to reunite. Christmas bubbles will have to be exclusive over the 5-day period, meaning people cannot move from one bubble to another. Bubbles will only be able to gather in private homes, so outdoor public spaces. Children whose parents are separated will be able to move between 2 separate bubbles. Social distancing will not be necessary. Care homes will not be able to join their families. Shared households in England split. Home automatically rejoin their family household. Tiers, extra rules. And gas, 30 people allowed at funeral. 11 allowed. Decent. December, non-essential shops, gyms, hairdressers across the country are allowed to reopen. From home will be closed no tears. Cannot work from home will be allowed to attend their workplace. In times that hospitality can serve alcohol as part of a substantial meal, all hospitality venues will be forced to close, except those offering takeaway. Hotels, those will also be told to close. The Rule of Sixes back and all tiers. Three-course household mixings will be banned. Non-essential shops, gyms, hairdressers and parlours can reopen. So weddings can resume. Those will be allowed back. Sport venues with capacity limits and social distancing. 6 people can meet indoors or outdoors. Pubs and restaurants can open. Roll orders at 10 and closing at 11 p.m. No mixing indoors apart from sport bubbles. People on all tiers to work from home and do so. Non-essential shops, gyms, hairdressers can open. Doors. Mixing indoors apart from sport bubbles. Pubs and restaurants can open. Roll orders at 10, close at 11. Alcohol can only be served with a substantial meal. No mixing indoors. People can only meet outdoors in limited places such as parks and public restaurants, public gardens. Pubs and restaurants must close with the exception of takeaway sales. I think I'm going to end that there because I did a lot of talking. So, yeah. So this is your girl Claire signing off. Peace.